You can't judge a book by its cover, my grandma used to say. And you know what? The woman was right. I've heard this saying a million times growing up, but it wasn't until recently that it really hit home anyway. It felt like a cliché back then, but the truth is, it took me a while to truly understand what it meant. See, I've always been a creature of habit, sticking to the same routine. Same route, same lunch, same clothes. Very predictable, I know. Safe, comfortable, maybe a little boring. But hey, it worked. Then bam! New job, new city, and suddenly everything was unfamiliar. So here's the interesting part. Listen up. I had this new neighbor, Mrs. Hernandez. From the outside, her house was, well, let's just say it wasn't winning any architectural awards. Peeling paint, overgrown bushes, the kind of place you wouldn't give a second glance. For months, I just assumed it mirrored her personality, a bit grumpy and set in her ways. Ha! Big mistake. One rainy afternoon, the power went out in my whole building, and I needed to charge my phone. So I took a chance and knocked on Mrs. Hernandez's door. Knock, knock. To my surprise, she welcomed me in with a warm smile and a steaming cup of tea. And guess what? Yep. Inside, her house was a complete contrast to the exterior. Oh my, that place was actually amazing. Vibrant paintings adorned the walls, cozy furniture filled the space, and shelves overflowed with books. We ended up talking for hours that day. Turns out Mrs. Hernandez was a retired art teacher, a passionate gardener, which explains the overgrown bushes, and a collector of first edition novels. We had so much in common, and I felt terrible for judging her based on the outside of her house. That was a wake-up call. It made me realize how much I'd been missing all those years, clinging to my comfort zone. And I couldn't help but think, the world is full of hidden gems, don't you think? You know, there are so many unexpected connections and exciting new experiences waiting to be discovered if you just give them a chance. So yeah, don't judge a book by its cover isn't just about books anymore. It's a reminder to step outside our comfort zones and embrace the unknown. It's easy to fall into the trap of judging things at first glance, isn't it? But the problem is, when we judge things based on appearances, we miss out a lot.